بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the conversation. But before we do that, let's revise what we previously took. If you remember, in the grammar lesson, we took a lot in the last in our last lesson in the grammar. We took the past and the present participle plus the adjective, past and present participle adjectives. The past participle and the present participle forms of a verb can be used as adjective. For example, we say the mice were frightened of the cat. So frightened here, this is a past participle because of the ed. You notice here the ed, but it's used as an adjective for the mice. So the mice were frightened. We are describing how the mice feel. On the other hand, here the present participle, it always ends in ing. For example, the cat was frightening. So we use the present participle for the reason of this feeling. The cat was frightening. Also, we learned that participle adjectives can appear after be. For example, are I'm using here, and in front of nouns. My grandfather tells I'm using stories. So I'm using stories. This is the noun. We also learned about get plus adjective, get plus the past participle, which means that something is changing or starting to happen. For example, when you say about when your friend is late, you say I'm getting worried. Things are changing now. Things are starting to happen. You're starting to get worried. Or I'm getting impatient because I'm waiting in line for in the bank maybe, or someplace else. So get plus the adjective and get plus the past participle. It also here says get can also be followed by past participle, which functions as an adjective. You should put on a sunscreen. You're getting sunburned. Or as I said before, my mother gets worried if I'm not home by 10 o'clock. We also took a list for common get adjective and get plus participle expressions. As we mentioned earlier in our previous lesson, that not all adjectives or past participle which acts as an adjective, they can come with get. Not all of them can come with get. And there's no specific way to tell which adjective can come in front of get or not. So you just have to remember them, all of them. And here's some example to get: angry, get big, get busy, get close, cold, dark, dirty, and so on. And here's some example for the past participle: get acquainted, arrested, bored, confused, crowded, engaged, excited, frightened, and so on. Also, we took the comparative. And remember, we say that the first thing has an effect on the second. So the longer the telephone call, the bigger the telephone bill is. So why is the telephone bill getting bigger? Because the longer the telephone calls. Or the more I get to know my classmates, the better I like them. Why do I like them better? Because I get to know them more. So as it says here, has an effect on the second. The first one has an effect on the second one. So the first one here, the more I get to know them, what's the effect here? The better I like them. Or if you remember, we took some examples here. The more, the merrier. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The bigger, the better. These are common English sayings in this structure. So jumping on to today's lesson, the conversation, the objectives is to use the real talk phrases in new sentences, answer questions about the conversation, and respond to a joke. So here's a question for you. How do you really feel about jokes and people who tell a lot of jokes? Do you like them or not? So how do you feel about jokes or people who tell jokes all the time, always telling jokes? Do you like them or not? For me, of course, I like them because they make the place much more better, makes me happier. I'll be laughing all the time. Do you like them or not? For me, of course, I like them, but it's your own opinion. So now open your books, page 10, and focus your attention on the guy in the picture. Would you like to have this person as a friend? So open your books, page 10, and look at the picture and focus your attention on the guy in the picture. Would you like to have this person as a friend or not? And if not, try to tell the reason, discuss it with your friend or colleague. So in page 10, do you like this man, this guy, the person, the picture? Do you want to have him as a friend or not? So now you're going to listen to two friends talking. One is trying to cheer the other up. One is trying to cheer the other up. So what's the meaning of to cheer up? To cheer up is to make him happy. Maybe he's sad, he's disappointed about something, he's, as I said, he's sad, and you want to cheer him up, to lift him up. So this is the conversation between two friends. One is trying to cheer the other one up. What does it mean to cheer someone up? As we said before. So this is the conversation between Charlie and Hashim. Between Charlie and Hashim. So let's listen to the conversation now and see what's the story behind it. Let's listen. And of course, listen with your books closed. So now close your books and just listen, because we'll be listening again and reading along. But now close your books and just listen to the conversation.
Charlie. Hi, Hashim. How are you doing? Hashim. Oh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'm feeling a bit down. I think the weather is getting to me. I'm tired of all this rain. Charlie. You know what you need to cheer you up? A few good laughs. I've got a couple of killer jokes for you. Hashim. I don't know, Charlie. I'm not a big fan of jokes. Charlie. Just listen. Here's a good one. A cowboy rides into town on Sunday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Sunday. How is this possible? Hashim. I don't know. How? Charlie. Because his horse name is Sunday. Well, what's the matter? Don't you get it? Hashim. Yeah, I get it, though it didn't exactly blow me away. Charlie. How about this one? Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9. Get it? 8 like the number 8. Hashim. Yeah, I get it. I just don't think it's funny. But I do feel better. Charlie. If you don't think they were funny, why do you feel better? Hashim. Because you're trying to cheer me up. You're a good friend, Charlie. Even if you do tell terrible jokes. Charlie. No, I don't. Hey, did you hear the one about...
So now we have listened to the conversation. We noticed that that Charlie is trying to cheer Hashim up because he's sad because of the weather, and he's trying to cheer him up by telling him some jokes. Did Charlie like the jokes or not? Did Hashim like the jokes or not? We'll be discussing that later. So did you understand either of the two jokes Charlie tells Hashim? So Charlie told Hashim two jokes, one about the cowboy and the numbers 6, 7, 8, 9. So did you understand them or not? Did you find them funny or not? So now we will be listening again, but this time listen and read along. So now open your books, and while you're listening, try to read along the conversation. So we'll be taking it part by part. Let's listen to the first one here.
Charlie. Hi, Hashim. How are you doing? Hashim. Oh, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'm feeling a bit down. I think the weather is getting to me. I'm tired of all this rain. Charlie. You know what you need to cheer you up? A few good laughs. I've got a couple of killer jokes for you. Hashim. I don't know, Charlie. I'm not a big fan of jokes. Charlie. Just listen. Here's a good one. A cowboy rides into town on Sunday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Sunday. How is this possible? Hashim. I don't know. How? Charlie. Because his horse name is Sunday. Well, what's the matter? Don't you get it?
So you notice here in the beginning, Charlie says, hi Hashim, how are you doing? Hashim said, I'm feeling a bit down. I'm feeling a bit down. What does it mean to feel down? Maybe it's obvious to feel, he's a bit down. Is he happy or is he sad? To feel down? Yes, of course, he's feeling sad. I think the weather is getting to me. I'm tired I'm bored, tired of all this rain. I'm tired of all this rain. Charlie replied, well, you know what you need to cheer you up? A few good laughs. A few good laughs. So that's when he tried to tell him some jokes. I've got a couple of killer jokes for you. Of course, we'll be learning the word killer later. I don't know, Charlie. I'm not a big fan of jokes. I don't like jokes that much. Just listen. Here's a good one. A cowboy rides into town on Sunday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Sunday. How is this possible? So, did you understand this joke about the cowboy who comes in Sunday and leaves on Sunday? Of course, he explains it later. Again, a cowboy rides into town on Sunday, stays for 3 days, and leaves on Sunday. How is this possible? Hashim said, I don't know how. It seems like that Hashim is bored. He's not a big fan of jokes. He just wants his friend maybe to be quiet and so on. So the explanation here, because his horse's name is Sunday. Well, what's the matter? Don't you get it? He said, what, don't you get it? Don't you understand the joke? Because he thought that Hashim will laugh. That's when he said, I get it, but it's not that funny. So his horse's name is Sunday. So he comes on Sunday. The horse, he's riding the horse, which name is Sunday. Let's continue the other part of the conversation here. Let's listen to it.
Hashim, yeah, I get it, though it didn't exactly blow me away. Charlie, how about this one? Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 ain't 9. Get it? 8 like the number 8. Hashim, yeah, I get it. I just don't think it's funny. But I do feel better. Charlie, if you don't think they were funny, why do you feel better? Hashim, because you're trying to cheer me up. You're a good friend, Charlie. Even if you do tell terrible jokes. Charlie, no, I don't. Hey, did you hear the one about...
So the second part here, he said, yeah, I get it. Though it didn't exactly blow me away. So he got the cowboy joke, but he said it didn't blow me away, which means I didn't like it that much. Then the second joke, why is 6 afraid of 7? So we're playing words here, the pronunciation of numbers. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Why? Because 7, 8, 9. Because 7, 8, 9. Because the number 8, E-I-G-H-T, it's the same pronunciation as the word 8, which is the past tense of the word eat. So because 7, 8, 9. He said, get it? 8, like the number 8, as you can see here. Get it? 8. This is the past tense of eat. It's the same pronunciation as the number 8. He said, yeah, I get it. I just don't think that it's funny, but I do feel better. So why is he feeling better here? Even though he didn't like the jokes, they're not funny to him. Why did he feel better? Because here, of course, Charlie asked him here, if you don't think they were funny, why do you feel better? He said, because you're trying to cheer me up. You're a good friend, Charlie, even if you do tell a terrible jokes. Terrible jokes. So the word terrible here, are they good jokes or bad jokes? Yes, very good. So terrible means very bad jokes. No, I don't. Hey, did you hear the one about? So he's continuing here to try to cheer his friend up and giving him some jokes, even though he knows that he doesn't like them. So here's the real talk. To tell you the truth, to tell you exactly how I feel. When you say it to someone, to tell you the truth, and you start talking, this is where you tell him how you really feel. To tell you the truth, to tell exactly how I feel. Getting to, annoying or bothering. When he says this weather is getting to me, it means that it's annoying me or bothering me. Cheer you up. Cheer you up, make you feel happier. So remember the first question we took in this lesson, what does it mean to cheer someone up? It means to make them feel happier. Killer, great, amazing. So the word killer here as an adjective, a killer joke. So it's not related to killing someone, to the verb. A killer joke here, it means a really good joke, a great joke, or an amazing joke. For example, when you say, I saw a killer movie, for example, it means that you saw a great movie, an amazing movie, and so on. So killer is an adjective, which means great or amazing. Blow me away, he said, the joke didn't blow me away. It means that really impressed me. When you say, it didn't really blow me away, it means that I really didn't like it. It didn't impress me that much. Look at the expression in the conversation and discuss them. Who says each expression and why? To tell you the truth and getting to, for starters here, to tell you the truth, this expression, who says it and why? To tell you the truth and continue. Look up the conversation. Very good. Let's see the correct answer here. Hashim says this because he's going to tell Charlie the truth about how he feels. In the US, people often just say their feelings fine, even if they aren't. So Hashim says to tell you the truth because he's going to tell Charlie the truth about how he feels. Also here, more information. In the US, people often just say they're feeling fine, even if they are not. What about getting to? Who says getting to here? Very good. Hashim says that the rain is getting to him, meaning that it's bothering him. When you say something is getting to me, it means that it's starting to bothering you. Again, Hashim says that the rain is getting to him, which means that it's bothering him. So what kinds of things get to you? So what kind of things that get to you, that bothers you? So you can answer this with your friend. What kinds of things that get to you, that bothers you? Continuing here, cheer you up. Who says that? Cheer you up. So the answer is Charlie thinks he can cheer Hashim up by telling jokes. He said, I want to cheer you up. What about the word killer here? But before, what about the word killer? But before that, let's answer this question. What cheers you up when you're feeling down? So when you're feeling down, when you're sad, when you're annoyed about something, what cheers you up? What makes you happy? Maybe sitting with your family, sitting with your friend, watching a movie or a funny TV sitcom, and so on. So what cheers you up? So you have to know the answer to this question. Jumping on now to the word killer. Who says the word killer? Let's see the answer here. Charlie uses this word to describe his jokes. He thinks they're very funny. So when he said, I have killer jokes, it means that he'll be telling his friend, I have some very funny jokes for you. Blow me away. When he said the jokes, I understood the joke, but it didn't blow me away. Of course, we know that Hashim says that. Hashim says Charlie's jokes didn't blow him away, meaning that he didn't think they were very good. When he said, I understand the joke, but it didn't blow me away, it's not that funny. What kinds of things that blow you away? What kind of things that blow you away? Things that you find really amazing. Maybe it's a movie. When you say, I watched that movie and it really blew me away. It was very amazing and so on. So what kind of things that blows you away? So jumping on to about the conversation, here we have two questions. Why is Charlie telling Hashim jokes? Why is Charlie telling Hashim jokes? The second question, what is Hashim's reaction to the jokes? So why is Charlie telling Hashim jokes? Yes, because he saw his friend is feeling down because of the rain, and he's trying to, very good, he's trying to cheer him up. What is Hashim's reaction to the jokes? His reaction to the jokes, did he find them funny? No, he didn't. But what cheered him up? Very good, that when he saw his friend trying to cheer him up by telling, according to him, some bad jokes. Here's a language builder for you. Here are a few more tips for telling jokes. Some tips to telling jokes. Know the joke well. If you make a mistake in the middle, the joke will be ruined. Very good. So if you want to tell a joke, don't make any mistakes. Don't tell people that joke is funny. The joke needs to speak for itself. Don't say that it's funny. If it's funny, they'll laugh. Don't say anything. Don't talk too fast. Give yourself time. Give a strong punchline and say it clearly. The punchline is the last line in the joke, the one that makes the joke, the one that when people hear, they will laugh. Above all, don't laugh at your own jokes, at least until you finish saying it. And with that, we reach to the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.